Hey everyone, I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are the Crafty Lumberjacks. Welcome back to Handmade at Home.
You know, now that it's getting chillier out, everybody loves that fall glow. I mean, and so do we. But something we love more than that is...
that Halloween glow. So today we're making custom creepy candles.
Let's get to it, ghoul friends.
Today we're going to be throwing it back to creating a candle mold using wet sand. But instead of wet sand, we're going to be using kinetic sand.
And what we love about kinetic sand is that it's really dense and it holds its shape really well. So there's little room for error.
Yes, and what's great about this project is you can essentially take anything in your home and create a mold to make a candle.
And we're going to be starting with this cute little ceramic ghost we have.
Hey there, beautiful.
The first thing you want to do is find a bowl or a ramekin that's big enough for your object and deep enough for it. And then you want to take kinetic sand and put it right in there, and then take your fingers and just press it down just so it's nice and packed. And then you're going to take your object, take our ghost, and center it right in the middle and push it down nice and slowly, really trying not to wiggle it, just so the mold doesn't change. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, you know, it's important to find an object that's not too delicate because you do have the chance of breaking it. All right, that looks pretty good. So now I'm gonna pull it up nice and slowly without wiggling it, and let's see how it turned out. Pretty good. After some trial and error, we found it best to pop this in the freezer for about 30 minutes just so it's nice and chilled before we add the wax.
All right, we have our mold chilling in the freezer.
Okay, now we're gonna heat up our wax. And for this, we're making a makeshift double boiler. We just have some water in a saucepan, and we're using a little metal grate just so our container isn't right over the heat and it's able to melt the wax low and slow.
Yep, for this we're using paraffin wax.
Yeah, and paraffin wax is really great for molded candles because it's really hard, so it's gonna keep the shape. All right, our wax is melting. Now I'm just gonna check the temperature of the wax and make sure that it's around 150 degrees. And when I'm doing that, I'm making sure I'm not touching any of the sides. I just really want the thermometer to be right in the wax. All right, it's looking good, and we're ready to add it to our mold. Our mold is out of the freezer. Now I'm going to pour our wax over it pretty close to the sand, because what I don't want is the wax to then bury into the sand anymore. I just want it to lie right onto the mold. So I'm just gonna do it really nice and slow, making sure I get all parts.
Spooky dookie.
Ooh. And I'm just gonna bring it right up to the top. And I'm just gonna let it harden just a little bit before we add the wick. And after we add the wick, it's gonna take about 2 to 5 hours to dry until we can take it out of the sand. All right, now we're gonna add the wick. I'm just gonna lay it right here and just push it in with this. There we go. And the reason we don't wanna do this first, right after we put the wax in, is that it would sink to the front, and then you would see the wick right in the front. So this is gonna help it lay right in the middle. Now it's just cool enough I can use my finger. All right, the wax is in the middle of the candle, but I mean, the back is a little bumpy, and even though it is the back, I'm just feeling like it needs to be a little smooth, so I'm gonna just pour a little bit of wax right over that just to, you know, make it look nice. Okay, it's been about 2 hours and the suspense is killing me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm just here for the booze. Hey!
So you want to take it out nice and carefully. Okay,
Oh,
Teddy's the cameraman over there.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of shaking action. Teddy, steady, steady.
Okay, so we're gonna pull it out. I'm just going to get it out as easily as I can. Okay, it's actually like really not too bad to get out.
And you can see too, it even separated from the sand a little bit,
Yes.
so we can tell it was dry and ready to be pulled out. Let's see. Ooh.
Wow. Okay, so there is a lot of sand on it. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take, I just have a little sponge brush just because the bristles are pretty tough, and I'm just taking it to the wax, and as you can see, it's coming off pretty easily. And now for some other parts, I'm just gonna take a skewer and I'm just going to kind of put that in like right on those detailed spots and really just help the sand kind of get off that way. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. As you can see, it's coming off really easily, which is why we froze it. We tried it once where we did not freeze it and the sand would not come off at all.
Yeah. And what's great about this is that you can reuse the sand for different molds.
Yep.
And you can make these for bulk gifts, for parties, for graduations, weddings, baby showers.
Oh, the holidays.
Yes, you can customize your own candles, which is so awesome.
Yeah, and another great thing is once you have all these supplies, like now we have tons of wax, now we have all this stuff. It's like we just need to make other projects with them. Okay, it looks so spooktacular as is, but I'm gonna add some eyes. I'm gonna do that by using a wax marker, and it sounds exactly like what it is. It's a marker filled with wax, so it's perfect for candles. All right, here goes nothing.
Cute.
Woo! Oh my gosh, okay, that was so cute. Really love how that ghost turned out.
Yes, but now I have the idea to try it with my hand. All right, we got our little helper here. I think he wants to do his paw. But I'm gonna do my hand. I'm gonna do the same thing that Andrew did and just kind of spread this out. Again, you wanna use a bowl that's deep enough to create whatever mold that you're trying to create. And now I'm gonna press my hand right into the middle there. Use moderate pressure. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna go pop it in the freezer. All right, I have my wax here in the double boiler, and it's about 150 or so, but because I wanna make my hand look like a monster hand, I'm gonna be using some green coloring. This is coloring specifically for candles that you can pick up at your craft store. You know, if you want it to be really green, use a lot of drops. I'm not gonna use too many, and you can kind of see the color change as you put the drops in. Maybe I'll start with that many. Give it a stir, check the color. You know, and even if you want to test the color, you can take out a little wax and put it on a piece of paper and see what it looks like. This looks a little too light. I want to go a little darker.
Yeah, because it'll also, it'll get lighter as the wax dries, so it's gonna look darker than it actually is going to be.
This looks like a witch's potion. All right, I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to grab my mold from the freezer. Be right back. Bone chillin'. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna start to pour similar to what Andrew did. I don't wanna pour it all directly in one area.
And you wanna make sure that there's no water dripping from the double boiler.
Yes, yes, thanking you.
There you go.
You know, we just wanna boo it ourselves. You know, and we're not going to worry too much about the edges because we can always sand it down or pop it off once it hardens. That looks pretty good to me.
I love it.
All right, now I'm going to start adding my wicks, and I'm going to add them to each fingertip.
Ooh.
All right, now for the hand. Let's see how it looks.
Fingers crossed. Ah,
hey,
fingers.
Kinda.
Hand.
I really gotta hand it to you. Okay, let's see. Ooh.
Oh.
Give me a high five.
Oh.
We did have a little overspill here, so I'm just gonna use a butter knife to kind of reshape the hand as needed. And again, doing the same thing that Andrew did here, just using our brush here to wipe off any excess sand that got stuck. Actually, my hand is pretty cute. I don't know if I would believe that this is a monster hand.
I would kind of agree with that. It's pretty big though. Your hand, I don't know if this feels...
Well, thank you.
Well, you know what they say about a monster with big hands.
Big gloves.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, you took my punchline.
Oh, okay.
Hey! Punch.
Just because,
okay.
Just because you say, hey, after everything you say, does not make it a joke.
Booyah!
You want to be delicate with this because it's not that thick of a candle. Mm-hmm. So if you have pieces that have spilled or you want to reshape your candle, just be delicate because you don't want to break all your hard work. You don't want...
But again, it's Halloween, so if one thing breaks, true. Whatever, this is the season for no mistakes.
You can't get away with it.
Yes.
It looks awesome. I love it so much. But I need it to stand, so I'm just going to use my kitchen knife to cut off the bottom so that it's level and it can stand up straight and it looks like a ghoul head rising from the ground. So I'm just going to take a knife here and I'm going to do it in the thickest portion of the candle just because I want to make sure that it's not too heavy on top. And I'm just going to use a little rocking technique just so that it doesn't shift or splinter. Yeah. I kind of felt that. That's kind of creepy.
Ooh.
I felt that.
Your third hand.
So cute.
Wow.
I want to make it a little creepier, so I'm actually going to take one of my red candles that we had. This is from Christmas.
Ooh.
Don't tell anybody. And I'm going to actually drip some of this red wax on top, so it looks like it has a little creepy blood on it.
Oh.
And I'm just going to drip some of the wax right onto the other candle there.
Well, we had a terrific time.
Yes, we want to hear about the Halloween tchotchke that you have in your home that you would turn into a candle. Let us know in a comment below. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up.
And we'll see you soon.
Creep it real.
Bye.